Hey, welcome to Money inspirAction. My name is Sandy Levesque. I'm doing something new with money every day. Check out my Justin Timberlake t-shirt. You know you don't care what people think when you're willing to wear this in the streets and on YouTube. Anyway, I'm doing a follow-up to Tuesday's Money inspirAction, and I'm finding out exactly how much costs a private jet. Or to be more precise, how much it costs to buy a card for 25 flying hours in a private jet. The company that I looked at, you can either go right in and buy shares in a plane, or you can start off by buying a card and trying out their service. So I thought that that's what I would do. You know, I haven't actually yet got to the point where I'm flying on a private jet, but I'm going to get there. So doing a bit of initial research inspired by Paris Hilton. Did you know that she actually did reverse budgeting, and she knew that she obviously had the allowance from the Hilton family, but she wanted to be able to really live the celebrity lifestyle, and she didn't think that her inheritance would cover that. So she actually worked out how much it would cost to have a chauffeur, a chef, hairstylist, stylists, fly a private jet, and she worked out how much all of that would cost, and then created a business which supports that. So, you know, Paris Hilton is actually quite an inspiring figure, I think. So let's go and phone the company. Oui, bonjour, Myriam. Bonjour, c'est Sandy Levesque. J'ai parlé avec votre collègue Charlotte à Londres. Merci, au revoir. Okay, mission accomplished. So I've got some numbers. What they do, like I was saying before, is cards, or you buy a share in a plane. So the cards option, I got the price for a mid-sized cabin, which allows you to fly from example France to Scandinavia, and that is 169,500 euros. It's for 25 hours. So let's just do some adding up here. So say a 3-hour flight from the south of France to Sweden would be €20,000. Yeah, slightly more than flying Air France. So basically 169,500 euros for 25 hours, bearing in mind that's in a plane that can fly more than 2.5 hours. It would be less, I presume, if you were flying shorter distances. So like if you were going from France to Spain, or the UK to Spain, as long as it wasn't over 2.5 hours. So it works out to 6,780 euros an hour. Okay, so then I asked her, I said that my boss, me, also flies to the States once every 3 months, which is true for myself. So how would it work with the card? And then obviously I realised that she suggested that it wouldn't be economical to have a card and fly long distance, because, you know, a flight to America is 13 hours there and back to the East Coast, so that would take up half the card. So she suggested it would be actually cheaper to buy a share in a plane, which is the other thing they do. So she's going to send me the prices for that. So I sense a part 3 coming on. So that's it for today. That's what I got. The information was 170,000 grand is what you're looking at essentially for the starting price to buy a card on a plane, on a private plane. It's a bit like a pay-as-you-go card. You buy 25 hours for a mid-sized plane, and you can use that when you like. Oh, and it's it's valid for 3 years. Okay, so hope that's helpful. I know it's helpful for me just to have a basic idea. And these numbers might seem massive, they might seem okay. If they seem massive, then I'm remembering to imagine that I'm Donald Trump, and to look at it from that perspective, and to think, okay, well, $20,000 euros to go to Sweden from France just for the luxury of flying in my own private plane. I wouldn't mind paying that. So subscribe, click on the link below to catch future episodes, and thanks for watching.